Namaste, Soul Circle! I'm Steven.
And I'm Candice.
And we are from Arcana, Mind, Body, Spirit, located in Toronto, Canada.
Today, it's all about the zodiac sign, Gemini. This astrological sign is the third of the zodiac, and I have very important people in my life whose sun sign is that of Gemini. My niece, friends like Kaylin from the creator of Elegant Path, who else?
I'll kill you.
Just kidding! Steven is dying for us to talk about him. So if you haven't caught on to his excitement, he's a Gemini sun sign.
Yes, I am. Thank you, I won!
And Leo.
Oh, God. Now, Geminis need to come with a label. You are either gonna love us or you're gonna hate us. And on today's videos, you can decide if you love me or hate me. Spoiler alert, you're already in love with me.
So, let's dive deeper into the zodiac sign, shall we? Let's do it!
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about me! Gemini sun sign runs from May 20th until June 21st and is the first of the 4 mutable signs. This represents the sign's ability to learn and grow through time. This means Geminis are an air sign, which are known for movement and change, and they are mutable, which are signs that are known for movement and change. So they are the fastest moving of all the signs, and if you know a true Gemini, you have witnessed this. We can go so fast it will make your head spin, which can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what your natal profile looks like.
Mutable signs, Gemini and also Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces are adaptable, sympathetic, and flexible. This makes sense because Gemini season is the gateway season leading into summer in the Northern Hemisphere. A time when anything can happen. People with this sign are the masters of mediating change and can adapt their modes of expression easily to help others feel comfortable. They are extremely diplomatic and can help all those around them through periods of transition.
Geminis are represented by the twins, and as a true Gemini sun, it's story time!
Yay! Hold on.
Alright, so where did Gemini get its name? Well, Gemini is an 85-star constellation in the northern hemisphere of the sky, and the word Gemini literally means twins in Latin. In Greek, they were referred to as the Dioskuroi, the youths of Zeus. They were always written as inseparable brothers who lived their lives entirely side by side. Their original names are Castor and Pollux, and they were mortal youth adventurers in ancient Greece.
Ooh, tell us more, Steve.
You're such a good storyteller. I'm good at a lot of things. Okay, they were warriors aboard the ship of Jason and the Argonauts on the quest for the Golden Fleece, and they are also known for saving their sister, Helen of Troy. The story goes that Castor and Pollux returned home to their mother, Leda, after visiting the Temple of Delphi. While they were there, the Oracle of Delphi told them that one twin was destined to ascend Mount Olympus as a god, while the other one would end up dead in the underworld with Hades. Her mother explained to them their origin, that when she was young, she saw an eagle attacking a swan, chasing each other across the sky, and she ended up saving the swan's life. Now, the swan came back to the palace and was nursed back to life by Leda. The swan revealed himself to be Zeus, and he had his way with her, if you will, as Zeus did with so many different women.
It's the reference.
Yeah, it's a thing.
That happens.
Yeah. And now that exact same night, the humiliated mother laid with her mortal husband as well. Months later, she gave birth to not children, but an egg. And it was from that egg that Castor and Pollux came. Now, one child was from the mortal husband and one was from Zeus. So, fast forward, they lived their entire lives unaware which was going to be a god and which would end up dead in the underworld. And they lived every single day they could to its fullest. As young adults, the boys were said to take on many lovers and moved on just as quick until they met a pair of twins called the Lucidides. This is where the story starts getting good, okay? They ran away in the middle of the night, but the women were betrothed to other Argonauts, okay? And on their way back to Sparta, they were ambushed. And in front of Pollux' eyes, Castor was killed. Pollux let out a yell that echoed across all of ancient Greece, and he speared the man who killed his brother. But in doing so, he let his guard down. And just before a killing blow struck Pollux in the back of his head, a bolt of lightning came down and killed his opponent. That was Zeus. And Zeus welcomed Pollux to his place among the gods as an immortal. Now, Pollux denied it. He couldn't do it because he couldn't move on without his brother. The twins didn't matter what they were giving up because they had each other. Pollux gave up his eternal life and godly stature on Mount Olympus because of his commitment for his brother, solidifying them in the Greek pantheon forever. The story of Gemini is one of loyalty and sacrifice, of living a life of extreme polarities, of someone coming from harsh beginnings and making a story from themselves. And the moral of the story is that once a Gemini has found his pair, he's in it forever. It gives you a true understanding at the heart of a Gemini.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. But I gotta say, you talk a hell of a lot. It's a really long
Gemini
story.
love talking.
All right.
Let me talk. Applaud for me.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about air signs. That was beautiful. Thank you. We appreciate the story. It's enough, though. Okay, air signs. Air signs are thinkers and intellectuals of astrology, and Geminis are known as the communicators of the Zodiac. Do you understand? Can you see this?
I can communicate more if you'd like.
Oh, more on that later. Geminis have a yin polarity, the masculine, which makes them starters, leaders, ambitious, and progress-oriented. If Aries were the starters, Taurus are the builders, Gemini are the expanders. Their thought processes and innocent penchant for adventure can motivate and inspire even the most closed-minded. For those who are new to looking at the stars and planets for introspective self-discoveries, it's helpful to understand the influences of the signs element, quality, and ruling planets. Stephen and I started our free year-long program, Conscious Co-Creation, and the entire month of January discusses the ins and outs of all the elements. So, like and subscribe in order to catch up on your knowledge and not miss another video. Find our week of honoring the element of air along with fellow air signs, Libra and Aquarius. So, before we dive into planets and more specific traits of the Gemini, here's a quick overview of this air sign.
Say what you like about us, but we're a good time. Right?
I mean, yeah, you're a good time.
Right? Good. But I get it. We aren't for everyone. Geminis are like squirrels, but louder, and we usually have a cocktail in our hand, wearing last night's clothes, thinking about tomorrow night's plans.
For those of you who don't speak Gemini, what Stephen is trying to say is that they are fun. They're always on the go. They thrive in situations of change. They are some of the most creative people in the Zodiac, but they are all a little crazy. Mostly because their brain works differently than the rest of us.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
The inside of my head looks like a fuzzy antenna TV to anyone who isn't a Gemini. We are known to talk a lot about everything.
Wait, really?
To anyone who's gonna listen. There isn't a practical bone in our entire bodies.
You described yourself as a squirrel.
I'm a squirrel.
Yeah. Which is a perfect segue to Mercury, god of communication. Mercury is the ruling planet for Geminis. When the planet of Mercury transits Gemini, we can always find the right words. We understand everything that's happening around us and can move on with resilience easily.
If you're interested in finding out a little bit more about your natal chart, you can head on over to Arcana's website at www.arcanamindbodyspirit.com and head over to our services section. Under there, you're going to see our natal chart discovery journey. And it's there where you will get to meet with us one-on-one, and we'll get to go through your entire chart and tell you all the little ins and outs about your personality and what makes you you. Let's talk about traits of a Gemini. Now, my teacher once said that Geminis are undifferentiated possibility because on the surface, we are the whole package. There are so many people at the same time. We want to do everything all the time. We want to experience everything as often as possible to the fullest extent, which means we can often do everything way too much. We can talk too much, we can think too much, and in fact, a lot of Geminis can actually suffer from a lot of addictions and overspending because of this. We love hard, we move fast, and nothing can hold a Gemini down if he doesn't want to be there.
Geminis are also playful and extremely creative, known as the youths of the zodiac for the vitality and replenishable energy. They take action and finish projects before most people have even started. They always thrive when they have an extremely full social calendar and can always be of two minds on everything. Your moon sign will dictate the speed and accuracy of your decisions. They can make great artists or musicians, or have a career that requires great intellect and public speaking or leadership. Also, a lot of Gemini make great actors because they're used to playing different roles. At the end of the day, filling a room and helping people is the life work of a Gemini, which is a lot of work. It would be exhausting for most signs, so take care of your Geminis.
Geminis need some love too, you know?
If only you didn't ask so hard.
Just always ask. Just so needy. Geminis are needy. Before we talk about weaknesses, let's talk about strengths. Gemini sun signs are the great chameleons of the zodiacs. They are natural shapeshifters. They can immediately enter a room and not just intuitively read it, they match it. And most evolved Geminis will not just match it, but improve it. They have the ability to lift and add spaciousness to those around them. They add what's missing in most situations. They are people who are experts at everything because they are expanders. And what they do to a room, they can do to a business, they can do to a friendship. They match and improve, and by doing that, have very successful careers, friendships, and partnerships.
Imagine asking your Gemini friend about how to start a business. As you're telling them about it, a Gemini is running all the possibilities, the ins and the outs through their head as you speak. And you usually take their advice. It's generally adventurous and unclouded, but unemotional as well. They do great in large organizations where they get to be around people and can grow. However, often a Gemini needs to be left to do their own thing, and they will be far more successful than when being overmanaged. When other signs are still talking about a deal, a Gemini has already closed it. Another key trait of a Gemini is resilience. In a poll done in the 1980s, they found that an overwhelming amount of Geminis had experienced a great traumatic event in their early life, one that they had bounced back from with great resilience. Geminis have the ability to move on and grow faster than many of the zodiac.
Now, that being said, a great weakness can be moving on without healing. A Gemini needs to evolve to learn how to deal with situations head on because it is not in their wheelhouse. Sometimes all a Gemini needs is to get under the hood and discover what's going on underneath. This is something an underdeveloped Gemini sun sign will rarely take time to do. There's a lot of other great weaknesses that can really shine through in a Gemini that may look advantageous on the outside. If someone can enter a room and change the vibe immediately, it's a huge responsibility. If unchecked, they can be in desperate need of attention all the time, which becomes a primal driving force. This can lead them to lie, to fill that spaciousness in a room with gossip and add pettiness. As soon as a room can be filled with fun and spaciousness, it can get hard to breathe and very heavy.
Also, all air signs, including Gemini, are very prone to burnout and feeling taken advantage of because they often are matching and being a chameleon. The real work is finding out who you are underneath it all. A Gemini, unwilling to do the work, is superficial. A fixed sign will look at a Gemini and immediately dislike them because they can't understand someone moving on and evolving their mind and processes so fast they can seem disingenuous to them. Also, these twins encompass everything that has to do with duality, and an unevolved Gemini can be all the opposite of the good things that we listed and start to feel stifled or uninspired.
Let's talk about likes. Talking.
Surprise!
They like talking everywhere, on YouTube, to their friends, to their fans. Hi guys.
To themselves in the mirror.
It's just so much talking. We talk about all things, any topics, but often fond of talking about ourselves and their experiences. Sometimes, of course, it can be in a conceited way, but more often it's because we have so many thoughts and are just looking for someone to experience these thoughts with and to hear what their opinions on some of these experiences are like. Geminis love adventure. They love new experiences. They love trying new food and the trendiest bar. They always know the newest music that's taking place, and they generally love the latest fashion trends because it's interesting to them.
Mesh.
I'm pretty sure 28-year-olds can wear mesh, right?
So can 48-year-olds.
I'll kill you. Okay. Lastly, Geminis are super flirtatious. Oh man, the times this got me in trouble. Maybe this should be in the weakness pile because it can get them in a lot of hot water. Men, women, it doesn't matter. We're charming and we love all other sexy people. We can seduce with intellect and love having a partner or friend that is equally informative and passionate in areas that we haven't discovered yet. The easiest way to a Gemini's heart is to blow our mind as quickly as possible.
So now let's move on to dislikes.
That's you.
Isn't it lovely? Isn't it glorious?
Say something!
Take it in.
Not okay.
Stagnation is the death of a Gemini. You can call a Gemini a lot of things, but one of those things will never be stuck. A Gemini is always on the move, and if they find themselves locked in or held back, they will stop at nothing to expand. You can land a Gemini in a relationship pretty easy.
We're easy.
I mean, you said it. Again. So much to say. Anyways, but to get them to stay around is tough because a Gemini probably won't cheat, but they will ghost you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
They're not sticking around if they aren't interested.
You know what else a Gemini hates besides silence and people not talking when they should? Okay. So you know those people who say things like, you know, remember that time that you did that thing that hurt me in like grade 6? I never forgot that. Like maybe a water moon might say things like that.
Just relax. Relax, Gemini. Maybe a Scorpio.
Yeah, maybe. A Gemini brain, we're not even wired to even understand something like that. We've already moved on. We've already forgiven you. We've fallen in love with you all over again and are now planning the vast potential of our friendship that could come to us. Our brains can't even wrap our heads around grudges that took place in grade 6. We don't even understand what that's like.
If you give a Gemini a reason to dislike you in the slightest, they won't get mad at you, they will just move on. They're the great ghosters of the Zodiac and will make the Irish exit out of your life so fast it will make your head spin.
So true.
And if they are confronted by that person, the Gemini won't even remember why they were so mad because they've already moved on.
Bye. Don't even understand. I'll meet you for the first time again.
Remember my birthday?
Yeah. No.
No, you don't really remember my birthday.
I don't. We had a lot of enemies that night. Okay, so lastly on Gemini's weaknesses, yes, we can become a lot of things in the slap of an ass, but if forced to stay in someone's life or ignore their own ambitions, we're gonna get super bitter and we're gonna fly away and you will never see us again. Gone.
Oh yeah. I believe that with all of my heart. Don't even bother trying to ground a Gemini who doesn't want to get grounded. His greatest gifts lie in the air. So grounding must be a choice or life can become way too heavy.
In the end, a Gemini needs to know their needs will be met because they are thinking long-term all the time. And they need partnerships that will think long-term with them.
All right, so let's talk about some other things about the Gemini, like your birthstone. Traditionally, alexandrite is the birthstone, which is a color-changing gemstone. Chalcedony, pearl, and agate are also Gemini stones, and flowers are lotus, lilac, and star anise.
All right, let's talk tarot. Every Gemini is blessed with a dual nature, represented by the tarot, the Lovers. Turning points for you often involve making a moral choice between taking the high and low roads. This card encourages you to weigh your options carefully and follow the path dictated by your personal integrity.
Geminis are super compatible with Aries.
Yay!
They love ya.
I love
We
you.
can handle
right?
them.
Can handle this.
And be as loud as them. Also, Leo, Libra, love the Libras, and Aquarius, Virgos, and Pisces, not so much.
I mean, I do love you guys, and I have to give a big shout out to all the Virgos and Pisces in my life who put up with me. Thank you.
It's interesting because I'm a Pisces rising.
You don't show up as a Pisces.
No.
Okay, so celebrity Geminis.
Ooh.
They include the woman who was born on my actual birthday.
Oh.
Angelina Jolie. Hey girl, shout out.
Chris Evans.
Johnny Depp.
That's one of my boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn Monroe.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Love him.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland.
One of my boyfriends. Call me. Morgan Freeman.
Love him. And my favorite Gemini ever, Prince. Okay, second favorite.
Second favorite
Second
ever, Prince.
Yes,
right?
I have to work with you regularly.
Like,
So.
yeah, I'll kill you.
First,
Okay.
Prince second.
So, those are your youthful, attractive, fun, intelligent, freedom-loving Geminis. I hope you loved finding out so much about me.
And all your husbands, wives, children's friends, co-workers, and anyone else in your life who happens to also be a Gemini.
And me.
And them. So let us know what you've learned here today and what things you're going to work on to be a more evolved Gemini, or how you need to change your relationship with the Geminis in your life.
And of course, be sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel so that you're going to be able to check back and continue to develop your spiritual self to get on your highest timeline of outcome.
This month, we will be continuing to talk about what your moon sign is in astrology and what that means. And on Friday, we'll be continuing with our goddess series and their correspondences to the moon. I cannot wait. I've been loving the goddess series.
I'm loving all of it. I love the goddesses. I've loved doing all the moon signs and seeing how your moon sign relates to your sun sign. Because,
Absolutely.
like, for example, all of this Gemini stuff we've been saying, my moon sign is a Leo, so all of this just roars even louder. So it's been really interesting. I'm talking about
It sure does. Anyways, that's a wrap. Namaste, Soul Circle.
Namaste.